So, Season 5 for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone is here. It is live, and it gave us a brand new weapon in the arsenal for us to use, a new assault rifle called the STGE-44. Yeah, the World War II assault rifle. Now, don't worry, this one has been modernized look-wise to fit the modern era. And guys, I don't really like saying this, or I don't really say this a lot, but this weapon is absolutely absurd. Like, it's absurd, and I am so excited to talk about it. But before we jump into any of that stuff, if you guys enjoy the content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. But yeah, back onto the STG-44. So for one, this is tied to the battle pass. If you get Black Cell, you can pretty much unlock it right away. If you do the base version, you're gonna have to grind a little bit and get the sector with the STG on it. It is going to be safe to say, no matter what you play, if you play quick play, multiplayer, or Warzone, this weapon is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Now, first up, let's talk about this in Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer, and that the STG-44 will absolutely lock down a lane in a way that should be considered offensive. It is so damn good that it's just absurd that something like this makes a higher time to kill value Call of Duty feel like it's insane, like super fast. I have stop and power fast. It has great recoil. It has great rate of fire. It is absurd what this assault rifle can do in lane control potential. If you guys want to get a little aggro, it's even good on that one. But yeah, it's insane how easy it is to use this weapon. And the base version already is easy to control. And the loadout we are using for multiplayer is even more so a laser than the base version. Now, one thing to mention is that iron sights are pretty bad. There's even some people saying that it has the Modern Warfare 2 visual recoil potentially. I saw some people saying that on Twitter. I haven't really checked out the iron sights because the second I loaded into the firing range and saw it, I was like, yo, this is pretty bad. So don't use iron sights. Use the Jack glassless optic, but you'll be seeing that in the loadout coming up. But yeah, the gameplay you're seeing is obviously, like I said before, a modernized version of a World War II weapon, and it's competing on a level that I just couldn't imagine. But yeah, it's absurd. I was getting multiple swarms in quick play with this. It was incredible, and I want to keep using it in multiplayer. So with that being said, let's share the loadout for multiplayer. Now, for the muzzle, we have the ZM35 compensator. For the barrel, we are rocking the C70 long barrel. The magazine, we are going to be using a 40 round mag. This is quicker than the 50 round mag, faster reload, more bullets. You can drop a lot of people with 40 rounds of this weapon. The optic, like I mentioned, is the Jack glassless optic. If you guys don't have it, just complete the armory challenges. I believe it's going to be how you unlock it. It is the best optic in the game, and it will reduce so much visual recoil and make this even more of a laser than it already is without it. And then we are using the DR79 combo stock. Yeah, this is the loadout that will absolutely shred people, and it is very good. Very good. Now, the overall goal of this loadout is to give you incredible recoil control without doing enough damage to mobility and handling for it to become noticeable. So yes, even though mobility and handling are taking some knocks with the attachments we are picking, the overall feel of it is going to be, this isn't affected at all, and this weapon is a great lane control in Modern Warfare 3. Now, onto some Warzone stuff with the STG-44. It's easy to say that this weapon is just as powerful as it is in multiplayer in Warzone, and that's because its lack of recoil makes it one of the easiest assault rifles in the game, with a time to kill value that is very similar to the Ram 7 when that launched and was meta. I have seen numbers around the 600 milliseconds on the time to kill number. That is really good, guys. That is really good for an assault rifle, especially one that can really shoot down range. Still safe to say with the damage fall off though that it probably won't outpace an LMG like the Bruin or even sniper rifles, but it does have a very high bullet velocity for an assault rifle, and that low recoil really pairs nicely to kind of make up for the lack of damage. But it is something to consider in a long range combat scenario. But at the same time, with all that being said, I still would recommend this weapon in long range combat, even with some of that issue with the damage fall off over range. Another part to mention, which I think is really important, is that the close quarters meta, like the Superior 46, is still valued at the best time to kill number SMG in the game. One can argue that the MCW assault rifle with the jack aftermarket part that makes it into a carbine, very reminiscent to the Modern Warfare 2 version of the ACR, is a better close quarter weapon. That is actually my preferred close quarter weapon, I'll be honest, running that AR. But when it comes to some of that close quarter stuff, none of that has really changed, which makes this STGE 44 really going to excel in medium to long range combat. I have been successful in close quarter combat, but it's something I really just don't recommend, since the fact that Raven really didn't do much to change any of the meta options for close quarters. So the Superior 46 will be something that will likely dominate you in those scenarios. But with all that being said, it's time for the loadout I am using. Now, some similarities, some differences based on the fact that we want even more recoil control, and we're kind of giving up a little bit on that ADS speed, for example, since this is a long range weapon. For the muzzle, we're rocking the Zenom 35 compensator. But it's also important to mention I don't have this next attachment, the Quartermaster suppressor, that I have been seeing with it. That is some stuff I've seen people talk about being great. I have no clue, haven't unlocked it yet, but I'll definitely give it a go. But right now, if you guys don't have that, it's an armory unlock right now. The Zenom 35 compensator is perfectly fine, at least at the moment. The barrel will be the C70 long barrel. I was going to say the first part of that name, but I do not know how to say that. The underbarrel will be a little bit different from multiplayer. We're going to throw on the Bruin heavy support grip. This will help with recoil even further, making this a laser and very effective at all ranges. The magazine will of course be the 50 round magazine. More bullets the better in a battle royale sense. And then the optic of choice will be the Jack Glasses optic to really destroy the visual recoil that could be present on this weapon. Again, this is great for long range, and just a friendly reminder, the close quarter meta has not changed, so don't really use that in those scenarios. Keep to the medium and long range in the Warzone setting. But pretty much that's all I gotta say on this video. We got tons of Warzone content on the way, tons of fun stuff. So if you guys are new and want more of that, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified when I do drop that content. Overall, really love this weapon. Curious to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Drop a comment down below if you guys enjoyed, found this video informative. Drop this video a like, helps out the video a ton. But with that being said, that's all I gotta say on this one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.